Hey everybody, I'm Lisa Roberry, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a video I dread every single season. Today we're going to be talking about the fragrances that we are getting ready to say goodbye to for the fall and winter season. These fragrances are now while supplies last. These fragrances will not be available starting February 1st and may not come back. Some of these will come back. Some of these will not. And there are some shocking scents, you guys. This fragrance cut is not for the faint of heart. This fragrance cut is not for my bakery lovers. I feel personally attacked as a bakery lover of the cuts that were made to this fragrance lineup. Oh my God. There are 55 scents, you guys. 55 scents that we are getting ready to say goodbye to. Now, we have to do this in order to make room for the spring and summer season, but ooh, there's so many. There's so many bakery staples that I'm like, what? What are we thinking? I mean, we have to make these cuts, otherwise our catalog would be 2,000 pages long. I mean, I would be here for it, but I'm also not the person making these waxes and things. So it's easy for me to say, but so with that being said, as I did mention, there are 55 fragrances to go over with you today. So I'm gonna go ahead and dive right in. Make yourself comfy, grab yourself a drink, a nice tall drink, a nice hearty snack, and we are gonna get right into this. So the first one we're gonna talk about, the first shocker for my bakery lovers, is Almond Croissant. Oh, Almond Croissant. This one is so good. This is gonna be so bad for my club. It's gonna be so bad for my club. Now, if there are any of these fragrances that we are talking about today that you are saying to yourself, I wouldn't be able to live with myself if this scent doesn't come back. I know that sounds dramatic, but Scentsy heartbreak is a real thing. I feel like everyone has experienced Scentsy heartbreak in some form at some point. For me, I know I've explained to those of you who have been hanging around with me that Huckleberry Sage, which is actually available for Bring Back My Bar right now, that was my first Scentsy heartbreak, but you just... you don't want to be caught in a situation where one of your favorite scents doesn't come back, because none of these scents are promised to come back. So I'm just letting you know now, you are warned that none of these scents could come back. Like Scentsy could be like, you know what, we're gonna just do away with all of these and come back with a completely new lineup for the fall and winter season. We don't need any of these. I would be shocked, and they've never done that. But there are some of these that we talk about today, some of these will not come back 100%. So consider yourself warned. Almond Croissant, I really hope this comes back, because this is so nice. And this is such, I don't want to say it's a different bakery scent, because it's not, but I love the almond note that comes through on this. That's really strong. It's a really great sweet bakery. And I love the nuttiness of the almond that comes through. It's absolutely wonderful. So, and it's a bestseller. So that's what's shocking. That's what's shocking, is that this is actually a bestseller from previous seasons. And Scentsy's like, yeah, you know, we just don't need this anymore. What? Almond Croissant. A fresh baked croissant is made even more heavenly with cinnamon sugar and an infusion of almond. So yeah, there is the cinnamon sugar in there, but it's a sweet cinnamon, and it's not aggressive in any kind of way, and it's more on the back end. It's not super predominant, but it's so nice. Ooh. Okay, cut number one, Almond Croissant. So make your list, friends, make your list. Almond Croissant is gonna be goodbye starting February 1st. Okay, next one is Apple and Cinnamon Sticks. This one is one that typically does tend to retire, but that's one of the things I want to tell you. So any of these that typically do retire for the spring and summer season and do typically come back for the next fall and winter season, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Don't at me when you're like, when it comes fall and winter season kickoff time, and you're like, wait a minute, where's my apple and cinnamon sticks? And I'll be like, I told you, no scent is safe. No scent is safe. Apple and cinnamon sticks. This is a really great, just spiced apple scent. It's really nice. There is a woodsy note in this, but it's great. If you like those like apple cinnamon scents. Once again, another bestseller, but this one typically does wind up retiring for the spring and summer season, which is understandable because when it's 117 outside, I don't really want to smell spiced apple scents. Not to this extent. No, thank you. Apple peel, spiced white pumpkin, and a touch of oak. I don't get a ton of pumpkin in this. It really is just like a spiced apple, but it's nice. I don't know that this is gonna make my club, but Almond Croissant more than likely is. Okay, next one. Oh my goodness. Oh, I am so shocked with this one, and it makes me so nervous. There's a few. The next one is also very shocking. You guys, I hope you guys are sitting down for this because there are some shockers that we are going to be talking about today. Apple butter frosting. What? Apple butter frosting is being discontinued February 1st. What? This 100% is going in my club. 100%. I don't know why. I don't know why they are doing this. I don't know why they are doing this. This is so nice. And I remember when this was first launched because I just thought Scentsy has knocked this one out of the park. This just smells like apple cider meets a rich buttercream frosting. It is so nice. It is so sweet. It's so delicious. I just love this. Into the club she goes. Apple butter frosting is described as a heartwarming medley of cinnamon spiced apples and decadent vanilla buttercream. I'm telling you, they're cutting so many bakery scents. It makes me so sad. So this one is definitely going into my club. Okay, next one, another shocker, another shocker. This one doesn't typically retire. This one typically is always available just like apple butter frosting all year round, and it is apple cherry strudel. What is even happening in our world right now? Apple cherry strudel. What's happening? This is beautiful. One thing I will say is that this scent, it's not the best performer. So if you give this one a try for the first time, have realistic expectations. This is not going to last in your warmers for a week, but when it is going, it's amazing. I would say I get a solid, if you leave your warmers on 24/7 and you pop this into the warmers in the very early morning hours, and you keep your warmers on 24/7, the next day you're probably gonna need to change it out. But when it's going, it is strong and she is present and it is wonderful. Ah, I love it. It's a beautiful balance of the apple and the cherry and that warm bakery note. Ah, it's wonderful. Absolutely amazing. Like I said, it's not gonna last you a crazy long time, but when it is going, it's great. And then when it's done, it's just like, whoop, futzed out. Totally futzed out. But it is great when it's going. So apple cherry strudel, what's happening? Okay, next one is Arctic Kiss. And this one, hey, I was just so happy that this one wound up in the catalog because this was actually a scent of the month and I wasn't sure that it would be in the catalog. So it will go into my club. It went into my club when it was a scent of the month and it will go back into my club now. So Arctic Kiss, I'm just so happy that we had the chance to enjoy it for the catalog season. We got to enjoy it in pods and it was wonderful. So, but this one I definitely can enjoy, I feel like all year. This is a great melon scent for me. I think it's wonderful. It's wonderful. I don't see this as being like a winter exclusive scent. Let me grab the notes here for you. There is no melon in the description, but it is in the top, mid, or base notes. So I didn't actually go totally rogue on this, but it's just not in the description. So Arctic Kiss is described as cool Arctic mint and fresh air embrace the warmth of fluffy vanilla clouds. I really feel like they should have had the melon in the description in this because I don't feel like the description is entirely accurate with this. I don't get mint in this. If there is mint, it's just providing a cooling effect. It's not, like, you don't smell this and think, ooh, this is minty. No, I smell no mint in this whatsoever. Fresh air doesn't have a smell. I guess it kind of does, especially for one of these. I'm gonna say that it does smell like fresh fall air, but you know what I mean. This, I would say melon and vanilla for sure is how I would describe this personally. So Arctic Kiss, maybe a cool melon and vanilla scent to honor that Arctic mint and fresh air note. So this will go into my club. Okay, next one is Around the Campfire. bye. I'm okay with this one. This one is just very, very smoky. I know a lot of people do really like this and they say, oh man, this totally reminds me of, you know, actually being around a campfire. I love that for you. For me, this is very smoky. There is a sweetness to this. It does give me the same vibes as Marshmallow Fireside, just a little heavier on the smoke. There is a sweet element to this though. I think it's nice if you like woodsy type scents. I think if you like that, I think you will like this, but it's just a little too smoky for me and my preference. Scentsy says, around the campfire, make some memories in the mountain air as notes of fresh fallen wood and smoky embers help set the scene. But there is actually like a sweet note in here that does give me like Marshmallow Fireside vibes, but around the campfire, I'm not sad to see go, so bye. Okay, next one is Autumn Hearth. And this one is another one that typically does go away for the spring and summer season because, once again, this is just, it's a very fall appropriate. I feel like this is straight up fall. This is like, it's a woodsy apple cider. It is nice. It's very nice, but it's very, very fall. This is not in the woods, I don't think. Autumn Hearth. So Autumn Hearth is, cue up a classic. Apple, cinnamon, and Tonka are all about fall. So I would agree with that. It's a really nice apple spice. It's a nice apple spice scent. So I would say if I was to pick one apple spice scent between apple and cinnamon sticks and Autumn Hearth, I would probably go Autumn Hearth, but that's just me. I think either one you can't really go wrong with. So okay, next one is Autumn Road Trip. And this one I think I'm missing a couple samples or a couple testers, to be honest. I didn't have this one. I actually don't think I have Cedar Cider either. But Autumn Road, I was like, where is this? I think they must have gotten lost in one of my bag parties, but yeah, Autumn Road Trip. I do have a bar of it though. It is really nice. This is one of the ones that I was gonna say reminds me of like fresh fall air. It's so nice. It's pumpkins. I think it's pumpkins and apples, but there is a fresh earthy element and almost like you know, like there is nothing like that like fresh fall air smell. There's that in this, but I also get apples and pumpkins, and it's a freshness. There's not, I don't get spice in this. I don't get spice in this at all. This is Autumn Road Trip. So let's see where we are at here. Is this woods? I don't think so. Autumn Road Trip is actually fruity, believe it or not, which is a little bit, I don't want to say, it's not entirely shocking because I smell apples, but take a tour through crisp harvest apple, just picked anjou pear, and a forest of towering silver oak. So there's no pumpkin in this. Maybe it's the orange that's giving me pumpkin vibes. I don't know, but there is, like I said, just that like sweet and fresh fallness to this. It's wonderful. So is it gonna go into my club? Maybe quarterly, maybe 1 bar quarterly, just to like secure it in. But I'd be surprised if I didn't see this come back. So Autumn Road Trip, really nice. Okay, next one is Autumn Sunset. And this one I think is in the spice. We'll have to see. Because this is all I smell. I just smell, I think this is another apples, pumpkins, and spice, I believe. Okay, yeah, so Autumn Sunset is described as apples, pumpkins, fall leaves, and spices, a top 10 fragrance. So I think it's a pretty traditional like fall scent, but it's a little heavier on the spice, I feel like. So there you have it, Autumn Sunset. We are getting ready to say goodbye to. Next one is Be Merry, and this one is a really nice like sweet berry and Christmas tree kind of scent. Very similar to red berries and spruce, which is also going to be discontinuing as well. But yeah, this one's, it's really nice. I feel like there's like cranberry in here as well. Scentsy says, Be merry, joy abounds in pine boughs dotted with holly leaf and cassis. So there's no like berries, but I smell berries. I know it's holly leaf and cassis, but and the pine boughs, that's giving you the like the tree scent, but I feel like there's more to it that Scentsy's not giving us, but it's nice. It's sweet berries and Christmas tree, to put it like in very simple terms. So be merry. Next is Berry Blessed. And this one I was really happy to see come back as well, because this was a limited time scent last year. So this was nice that they brought this one back. This is just a nice winter berry scent. Really, really nice. I can see if you wanted to add this to your club, I could see enjoying it for the spring and summer season as well. It does smell a little wintry, but I can see enjoying it all year. Cause like for me, like huckleberry sage, like I feel like I personally can warm that like all year round. Same with Arctic Kiss, which is why it goes into my club, but I can totally see enjoying that all year. So this is like the same type of vibes, I feel like, if that's what you like. So Berry Blessed is soft vanilla and cranberry sprinkled with sparkling sugar is pure bliss. Yes, I would agree. Absolutely. So Berry Blessed is getting ready to leave us. Okay, and next one here is Best in Snow. This one is, it's nice. It's not for me. For me, it's not like, it's not crazy exciting. For me, this is a little too peppermint for me. It's just a little too minty, just for my own personal taste. I'm picky when it comes to my minty scents. I like sweeter mint scents, or mint that is so much in the background that it's just providing a cooling feeling rather than like actually like being present in the scent. So yes, let's see here. So this is Best in Snow. And Best in Snow is described as frosted evergreen, cool mint, and a breath of pure icy air posed together in a prize-winning winter snapshot. So you've got all different kinds of minty scents coming at you. So there you go. If you love nice minty scents, I can see why people do. I mean, it's very clean feeling, but it's just a little too minty for my liking. So Best in Snow, we are saying goodbye to you. Okay, next one is Blue Sage and Tonka. This one was actually a new one this fall and winter season, and I really liked it. This one was one that I wasn't anticipating liking as much as I do, but I actually do really like it. So I may stick a bar quarterly into my club, because it is really nice. Totally took me by surprise. But Scentsy says, revel in the richness of midnight sage and black lavender over sultry sweetness of tonka bean. So I think it's a really nice balance. It's earthy, but it's sweet. It's really nice. So love that one. This one is one that's really nice on cold, but then when it's warming, I remember warming it and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. As it's warming more, I'm like, I love this. This is amazing. And then I immediately ordered another couple of bars. So Blue Sage and Tonka, I'll probably order 1 or 2 more bars, but then I think I'll stick a bar of it in my quarterly club. So Blue Sage and Tonka. If you love like nice earthy scents, I think you'll really like that. So moving right along here, going for the bakery hits again, breakfast in bed. So sad. This one does, I mean, this was new last year. So it did discontinue for the spring and summer season last year, and then it was brought back. But once again, we don't know what scents are going to be coming back or not. But this is so nice. This is a pumpkin spice bakery scent. It's like pumpkin spice and cranberry, I want to say, and bakery. So some kind of a bakery, like coffee cake or something. Yeah, like pumpkins, cranberries, coffee cake. That's what I smell in this. Let's see here. Where are we? Is it in bakery? It should be. Yes. And what do you know? It was a bestseller. It was a bestseller. Okay, Scentsy says, wake up to warm pumpkin pastry, whoop whoop, filled with black raspberry. Okay, so black raspberry, cranberry, can I have half a point? Black raspberry, topped by a sweet cinnamon drizzle. So I would say it's pretty spot on there. Pumpkin spice pastry with a sweet element. Very, very nice. I really do enjoy this one. So breakfast in bed, we are saying goodbye to you, friend. Okay, next one is, where are we? Bright Cider Life. Okay, this one will also go into my club. This one, it's such a different scent. I really enjoy this one. I'm also glad that Scentsy brought this one back as well. This one was also a limited time scent that was available last fall and winter season. I love this. It's very different. This is like, it's an apple cider scent, but then there's a very like distinct, and I don't think this is in the description if I remember correctly, but there is like a sweet oak or some kind of woodsy note to this. It's apples and wood. It's a woodsy apple scent, and it's really nice. I love it. There's no spice to this. It's just sweet apple and like a sweet woodsy scent. Okay, so Bright Cider Life, spiced harvest cider. There we go. Spiced harvest cider comes to life with luscious pumpkin and a slice of red apple. So I do get like cider apple. I do think I get a hint of the pumpkin, but there's wood in here. I swear to you, there is like an earthy wood element. It's all sweet. It's sweet, but there is an earthy wood element to this, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So Bright Cider Life, it's different. This is a very different scent, and is that upside down? No, it's not. It's a different type of apple scent, which is why I really like it. It's nice. It's lovely. Next one, oh gosh, here we go, bakery lovers. Butter pecan, oh man. Oh, butter pecan is getting the cut. Oh, it's so good. It's rich, it's decadent. Once again, you get that nutty note from the pecan in this. It's so good. Once again, really good on its own, but great as a mixture as well. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Okay, Scentsy says, bakery, butter pecan. Where are we? Butter pecan. If fall had a flagship fragrance, this blend of candied pecan and maple folded with butter would be a strong contender. It's so good. It's really, really nice. So, sad. Sad. Okay, another great one, caramel apple craze. This one typically does go away for the spring and summer season, so the spring and summer season is no different. Will she come back or will she not? I don't know. But it's exactly what you would imagine. It smells like a good, authentic apple scent with a caramel drizzle. Really, really nice. Okay, so caramel apple craze, creamy golden caramel, sweet red delicious apples, and whipped vanilla invite you to be a trick-or-treater again. It's so nice. This is a really great one. Every time I smell this, I think, yep, it's fall. We are kicking off fall. This is usually when I am done with the spring and summer fragrances. I am done with fruity, I'm done with light, I'm done with floral, and I'm like, bring on the fall. That's what this is for me. It's really nice. So caramel apple craze. Bye, friend. Okay, another one. I was really, really, really hoping that this one would stick around because it is absolutely beautiful. This was one of my favorites of the new releases, but this was a new release this fall and winter season. It is Cashmere Corduroy. Absolutely beautiful. Love this. I actually have this going in our bedroom right now. It is beautiful. If this was a perfume, I would wear it. And all the things, all the body line, all of it. It's so pretty. So this one was a new release, so I am very hopeful that it will come back. Cashmere Corduroy, wrap yourself up in the coziness of creamy vanilla, Sicilian bergamot, and cashmere sandalwood. It's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it. Cashmere Corduroy. That will be making my club. Okay, next one is Cedar Cider, and that's another one I don't have the tester for, so I'm going to read you the description, but I do know that when I've smelled it, I have smelled it, I have warmed it. It's not like my go-to or anything like that, but I think if you like the woodsy apple type scents, you know, that's a really great one. The wood, from what I can remember, is more in the forefront. It's more wood heavy, I guess, and then apple is more like in the background, I guess you could say. So Cedar Cider, an autumn medley of the reddest apples, cinnamon sticks, and vanilla beans nestled among fragrant white cedar branches. I don't get a ton of vanilla from this one. It is more, like I said, wood forward, and then the apple is kind of in the finish, if you will. So that is Cedar Cider. Next one is Christmas Cottage. So this one's another fan favorite for the fall and winter season. I would be surprised if this one did not come back, but we don't know. This is a more aggressive cinnamon scent for sure, but I like this because the cinnamon is more in the forefront, but there's an orange note to this that just kind of adds a sweetness that kind of settles the cinnamon ever so slightly. So let me tell you what Scentsy says about this. This one is also a bestseller. Christmas Cottage is a cozy, inviting blend of Valencia oranges, raspberries, cloves, and spices. So yes, between the Valencia oranges and the raspberries, I feel like that balances the spice notes that is pretty aggressive in this, but I do really like this one. I think this is really as aggressive of a cinnamon scent as I personally care for, but it is a nice one, and I do like it, and I do warm it and enjoy it each fall and winter season. So Christmas Cottage, we are saying goodbye to. Okay, next, oh man, I love this one too. This one does go away every fall and winter season, but I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the year that Scentsy does me dirty and does not bring this one back, and it is Cider Mill. Cider Mill will absolutely go into my club. It is beautiful. It is pumpkins and apples. I don't get a ton of spice from this. It's perfect. If you are familiar with Bath & Body Works Pumpkin Apple, this is a dupe for that. It is so good. It is so good. It's just, that's all I get. Pumpkins, apples, the tiniest little hint, little whisper of spice just on the back end, just to like say, hey, it's fall. I'm here. And it's so nice. I love this one so much. Also a bestseller, so I'm hoping and praying that this one does come back, but just to make sure, it will go into my club, because I would be beside myself if I didn't have this in my club and it didn't come back. Oh, I would be shook. Cider Mill brings together fresh apples, crushed pumpkin, and simmering spices for a cozy autumn treat. So, but keep in mind those simmering spices, very much on the back end, very much on the back end. Okay, next one is Cinnamon Bear. You want to talk about aggressive cinnamon. Cinnamon Bear for my friends who just love a straight up cinnamon. And you're like, don't bother me with the apples, don't bother me with the pumpkin, don't bother me with the bakery. I just want cinnamon. Cinnamon Bear is for you. So it's a red hot cinnamon scent. It's cinnamon. Okay. Cinnamon Bear, also a bestseller. Crisp, spicy cinnamon with a touch of clove. So it's just red hot cinnamon. Okay, next one. I don't know what's gonna be left of the bakery collection is really what I'm asking. Cinnamon buttercream. This is gonna go into my club because this one was new this season and I love it. I think it's amazing on its own. It's more buttercream forward. It's more that rich buttercream with just the cinnamon on the back end just to like add a little spice. But it's so good. It's so good. Again, very good on its own. Very nice as a mixture as well. Dagnabbit. This is gonna go into the club she goes. Okay. Next one is cloven cinnamon. I'll give you 2 guesses what this smells like. It smells like cloven cinnamon. That's what it smells like. I think it's a good balance. I can definitely smell the clove up front and I can definitely smell the cinnamon. It's all there, front and center. Simple, spicy, definitely. Clove and cinnamon. Classic scent of cinnamon sticks fused with cloves. I think it's very simple. I think it's very accurate. So that one is being discontinued as well. Next one is Cozy Cardigan. Oh man, here's my thing. I thought, okay, if Scentsy is going to do away with Cashmere and Corduroy or Cozy Cardigan, they can't get rid of both because I feel like they're sisters. I feel like these scents are sisters. So I feel like you can't get rid of both. Makes me so sad. It's just beautiful. It really is that like cashmere, musky kind of romantic perfumey scent. It's really beautiful. I'm so upset about that one too. So, and this one's also a bestseller. So we'll see which, or maybe both of them will come back. I don't know. Cozy Cardigan is described as fine bedded bliss and layers of soft suede, blushing rose, and amber silk, which is interesting because I don't smell rose in this. The rose in this, I think, is just offering a floral or perfumey essence. It's not rose in that it smells powdery in any kind of way. It doesn't smell powdery. It's just, I think the rose is just providing a perfumey essence. So it's beautiful. Now, am I gonna add both to my club? Cashmere and Corduroy for sure. I don't have to make the decision now. You guys will see that struggle bus later. So, okay, next one is Dancing Sugar Plums. Dancing Sugar Plums, and this one was actually new last season and it did well, and Scentsy brought it back, so here's hoping that we did well again this season. This is just a spiced plum scent. I feel like they did venture out a little bit more by adding some of the body products in Dancing Sugar Plums, which I really enjoyed. This was really nice. I loved that they decided to offer it in the body wash and the hand cream. I love it. Love it. So nice. I actually love it more in the body line than even in the wax. And I love the wax. I think the wax is absolutely beautiful. So let me tell you what Scentsy says about Dancing Sugar Plums. This is also a bestseller. Rich spiced plum falls right into step with visions of vanilla and sweet cinnamon apple. I would agree with that, but just keeping it more simple, it's a spiced plum scent, but it's really nice. I think the apple in this is just providing like a little more sweetness, little lightness to it, but it's really nice. It's really nice, and I hope this one comes back. So I don't think I'm gonna add this one to my club, but I may buy just a couple bars just to have, but it's really nice. The struggle, you guys, the struggle is real. Okay, next one is Eucalyptus Wreath, and I was really happy that Scentsy brought this one to us this year. This was a new release, and this is really nice. Typically, we don't have a ton of eucalyptus scents. We have Just Breathe, which has eucalyptus in it, but this is just more eucalyptus. Like, it's just that earthy green eucalyptus. It's not like more medicinal, like Just Breathe is more medicinal. This is, it's just eucalyptus. So it's fresh, it's green, it's light, it's nice. So this is described as fresh eucalyptus is woven with juniper and adorned with frosted mint. So this is done really well, and the mint is just offering like that cooling like I was telling you about. But it is really nice, and I hope that they do bring it back next season because this was great. So, and I feel like we don't have enough eucalyptus scents, so I really hope that they will bring that one back. But to secure that in for yourself, make sure you add it to your club. Okay, next one is Farmstand Pumpkin. We're like halfway through, you guys. I told you this was gonna be a long video. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Farmstand Pumpkin. So of course our pumpkin scents are not going to be sticking around with us for the spring and summer season. That is not to be, you shouldn't be surprised about that. But Farmstand Pumpkin is a really nice pumpkin scent. It's just straight pumpkin. I don't get spice in this. I think there is actually spice in this, but I don't smell the spice in this. It's just like, just a good solid pumpkin scent. No spice or anything. Scentsy describes Farmstand Pumpkin as indulgent notes of fresh apple, cinnamon stick, pumpkin, and caramel. So I think for me, I don't smell the apple. I don't smell the cinnamon stick. I just smell the pumpkin and the caramel. But the caramel for me, it's not like I smell this and this smells like a bakery pumpkin. This doesn't smell like a bakery pumpkin. I think the caramel is done very lightly just to add an added sweetness to the pumpkin. So if you typically don't like caramel scents, don't be put off by that. If it typically is too rich for you, I don't think that that's gonna be the case here. I feel like it's just adding a sweetness because all I smell is pumpkin. So Farmstand Pumpkin, that we are getting ready to say goodbye to. So Farmstand Pumpkin. Next one was my love. This one came to me much later in the game because this was not a new one this season, but it was kind of like a new to me love this season, and that's First Day of Fall. And this one was great. It's really, really nice. This one, it's apples and pumpkins and spice. We have a few apple pumpkin spice type scents, but is there a wood note? Is there a wood note in this as well? First day of fall. All the best parts are here. Just picked pumpkin, a breath of autumn woods. See? Ground nutmeg and a spicy dash of cinnamon. So I think it's the nutmeg in this. I still feel like I get a little bit of apple. But I think it's the nutmeg that's giving it like a little like sweet spiciness to this that I do really like. I think it's really nice, and it's even better when it's warmed. It's even better when it's going in your pods. So good. So good. I think this is gonna have to go in my quarterly club for sure. Next, and bakery takes another hit. That is Graham Cracker Crunch, another new one this season, and such a bummer. Oh my goodness, because this is so nice. Graham Cracker Crunch, oh my, it's like, why bring it to us if you're just gonna take it away? Like, because this doesn't, to me, this doesn't smell like it's just winter specific. Like, obviously, the pumpkin scents, that makes sense, you're gonna take it away. The Christmas tree scents, makes sense that you're gonna take it away. But don't give me a great bakery scent and then take it away from me. I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling. Graham Cracker Crunch, oh my goodness, this is so nice. This is gonna go in my club, probably bi-monthly. It's so good. I love the graham cracker, I love the graham cracker scent in this, but there's also like a peanut butter in this that's really nice. Another one, really great on its own, really fun to mix with as well. And we're saying goodbye. So, Scentsy says, Graham Cracker Crunch, caramelized graham cracker layered with crunchy peanut butter and creamy vanilla bean. So it is really nice, and I just love it. I'm making a pile here. I don't know what's gonna happen. Next one is Harvest Blessings. And this one is really nice. Kind of another like fresh air fall kind of scent. This is this pumpkins and apples? I feel like it's pumpkins and apples and no spice. Absolutely no spice in this, but almost like similar to Autumn Road Trip in that like you kind of get that like fresh autumn air kind of situation. Harvest Blessings is radiant apple, spiced pumpkin. There's no spice. I'm telling you there's no spice. Radiant apple, spiced pumpkin, and smooth oak embody everything you love about autumn. And you know what's really nice? So this is really good on its own, but I loved Harvest Blessings on its own. I loved Autumn Road Trip on its own, but then I thought, ooh, these are similar, but also different. I want to mix these. And so I did, and it's absolutely beautiful when they're mixed together. I think both are gonna have to go into my club. So good. So good. Love that. So that was Harvest Blessings. Next is Homestead Holiday. And this is kind of a like potpourri kind of set. I laugh when I say that because I don't know why I have to describe things as potpourri. I don't have potpourri. We had potpourri in our house growing up and I loved it. I thought it was amazing. But this smells like potpourri to me in like the best possible way. And this one was kind of a dark horse for me because I remember smelling this on cold, and even now I smell it and I'm like, oh, this is nice. Am I gonna stock up on it? No. But one of my girlfriends was warming it in her house, and we were over at their house for dinner. And I was like, what are you warming? What are you warming? Is this Scentsy? What are you warming? It smelled incredible. And she was like, of course it's Scentsy. It's Homestead Holiday. And I'm like, shut your mouth. And I was hooked ever since. So nice. This is described, Homestead Holiday, as blood orange and cinnamon freshened by fir needle. So it's really nice. I really like it. So Homestead Holiday. Next one is Hug in a Mug for my chocolate lovers. This just smells like hot cocoa. Yep, sure does. Hug in a Mug is curl up with chocolate, hazelnut, and cookie dough. So there is cookie dough in there, but I just smell the chocolate. Not a ton of the hazelnut, but I smell chocolate, but maybe the hazelnut is coming through. Because it does provide like an extra sweetness that'll kind of like balance out the bitterness of the chocolate. So it's done nicely. So Hug in a Mug, I know that's a fan favorite for a lot of people. Next one is Iced Pine. Makes sense, right? Iced Pine makes sense for why we would say goodbye to it for the spring and summer season. It's not gonna be you're not going to be celebrating 4th of July and have like a Christmas tree scent. I mean, Christmas in July you could, but iced pine we are saying goodbye to. And this one is just, it's just a tree scent. Ooh, am I going to be able to get this open? Yes, I can. It's just exactly like what you would expect. It's a Christmas tree scent. So let me tell you, woods here. Iced pine, as refreshing as a walk through newly fallen snow, green fir and pine kissed by icy peppermint. So the peppermint, once again, not like in the forefront, but just providing like a cooling effect. And it's done really nicely. So iced pine. Next one is jeweled pomegranate. And this one was another one that was kind of a dark horse for me. I like it in the wax. I think it's really nice in the wax. In the body line, shut your mouth. It's so good. Love it, love it, love it in the body line. I wound up falling in love with it in the body wash, and I was just like, whoa, like where have you been all my life? It is so nice. So love jeweled pomegranate. I think it's a perfect pomegranate scent. Okay, so jeweled pomegranate is shimmering pomegranate sparkles with sugared mandarin and a twinkle of cinnamon. There's no cinnamon in here. There's no, maybe my nose is like having trouble picking up cinnamon scents. Did I damage my nose holes? What's happening? I don't know. There's no cinnamon in this. It's just pomegranate for me. Okay, next one is maple apple bourbon. And this one is, you smell the maple. The maple is like the first thing I smell. You do get the apple. I don't get a super boozy note from this. It's really just a maple apple scent to me. I don't get the boozy bourbon at all, personally. Scentsy says, maple apple bourbon is juicy red apple and rich maple. Get in the holiday spirit with a splash of bourbon. So, but don't worry if you're like, ooh, I don't want my house to smell like booze. There's no boozy note to this, personally. All right, moving right along, we have perfect peppermint. So for my peppermint lovers, this smells like peppermint. So this is nice. And if you like the like chocolate peppermint combination, pick up Hug in a Mug, pick up the perfect peppermint, mix 1 cube to 1 cube in the same warmer, and thank me later. It is nice. But it's just peppermint. So if you love just straight up peppermint, then you are gonna want to pick up some of this because it's just straight peppermint. Perfect peppermint is described as cooler than most. Pure peppermint is the popular kid you'll love to love. So it's not necessarily my cup of tea, but that's okay. There's lots of people who love just straight peppermint scents. Next one, this is another one that's a shocker, you guys. Perfectly pomegranate. What perfectly pomegranate we are saying goodbye to. This is just straight sugary sweet pomegranate. It does smell artificial. It smells artificial, but it is sweet. I think if you like fruit punch type scents, this doesn't smell like fruit punch, but it's like along the same vein. It's the same type of scent for me personally. And this one never discontinues. So I am a little bit shocked with this one. Is Scentsy done with perfectly pomegranate? I don't know. Scentsy describes perfectly pomegranate as dark and juicy pomegranate with a sweet berry finish. This is a classic. So we'll have to see if it comes back. This is kind of perfect for the spring and summer season. So that's why I'm feeling like it's probably not going to come back. Okay, next one is Polar Bear Hug. This one typically does go away for the spring and summer season. Oh, this is the one that it's going to be hard for me to decide if I want both Arctic Kiss and Polar Bear Hug in my Scentsy Club or just Arctic Kiss. They're similar in that it's like, they're similar scents, but also different. This is, it's like a winterberry scent. It's winterberry. Winterberry with like a vanilla finish. Very, very nice. I have decisions to make. It's really hard. So Polar Bear Hug is blackberry jam, caramelized brown sugar, vanilla and amber in a softly romantic scent. I love the amber in this. I love the vanilla. I love the brown sugar. It's so nice. And then that blackberry jam is giving you that sweetness, that sweet like berry. I'm probably gonna end up adding both. I have been adding this to my club ever since club was a thing, every single spring and summer season, because it's just one that I really love. So I'll wind up, I'm sure, probably adding 1 bar at least. The struggle is real. Okay, another one that was new this season, pomegranate prosecco. And this one was really nice. This is a sweet tart scent for sure. I liked it. I didn't necessarily love it. It was a little bit too sour, too tart for me. But honestly, I'm kind of wondering now if you mix like a cube of perfectly pomegranate in with pomegranate prosecco to kind of, because I feel like it needs a little more sweetness. I may have to give that a try. It's a little bit tart for me on its own though. Pomegranate prosecco is delectable roseberry and pomegranate. Add an effervescent splash to a flute of pink prosecco. I'm setting this aside because I'm gonna order both of those so that I think I still have a bar of pomegranate prosecco, but I really want to try that mix. If you have it, try 1 cube to 1 cube in the same warmer, pomegranate prosecco and perfectly pomegranate. I feel like that's gonna be beautiful. Great, just more bars I have to add to my club. Perfect. That is perfect. Next one is pumpkin chai. Not super shocking, it is pumpkin, right? It does smell like if you had a chai latte and it was a pumpkin chai latte. You can smell like that chai. It's so nice. It's really nice. Scentsy says, pumpkin chai. Fill your cup with white pumpkin, a swirl of cinnamon, and a dash of chai. I absolutely agree with that, 100%. So, pumpkin chai, we are giving you the boot. Pumpkin cinnamon swirl. So here we are, we're getting into our pumpkin scents here. Pumpkin cinnamon swirl, love this one. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the next one as well because I get a lot of questions about these two scents. So pumpkin cinnamon swirl and pumpkin roll, both of these are being discontinued. I love both of them and I will probably add a bar of both of them into my club because I love them for different reasons. So pumpkin roll just smells like a pumpkin cinnamon roll. Pumpkin cinnabon, just that's what I smell. This also makes me feel a little nostalgic a little bit because I warmed this even before I was a consultant. I really, really loved this one. And I just love it. Pumpkin cinnamon swirl, which is so funny to me that the names. Pumpkin cinnamon swirl smells just like pumpkin roll, but actually with like a vanilla frosting note. So think of pumpkin roll, you've got that pumpkin, that delicious warm pumpkin cinnabon sitting in front of you and you're ready to eat, but it's got this like thick vanilla icing that is rich, that just adds an added sweetness. It's so good. It's so good. Pumpkin cinnamon swirl, for sure will go into my club. I think I'm gonna wind up adding a bar of both, but those two are just, they're so good. They are to die for. Okay, next, oh, let me read you the descriptions of both of those. Pumpkin cinnamon swirl is fresh pumpkin garnished with cinnamon stick and a dollop of whipped icing. I would absolutely agree with that. Pumpkin roll is described as creamy pumpkin pie filling surrounded with yellow cake, pecans, butter, and spice. It's a pumpkin cinnabon. That's what it smells like. Okay, moving right along here, red berry and spruce. So this one is the one that I was telling you smells very similar to Be Merry. It's Christmas tree and berries is what it smells like. Let's see here. Red berry and spruce is described as a merry mix of cranberry and raspberry swirled with a sprig of blue spruce. So I love them. I think, what would I prefer? They really smell so similar. I think red berry and spruce is just a tad sweeter. There's just a teeny tiny tart note to Be Merry, but they're so similar. You really have to smell them like side by side to really smell the difference, but they're both really nice. So yeah, so red berry and spruce, we're giving you the boot. Okay, moving right along here, salted caramel toffee. So this is another bakery, right? Yes, salted caramel toffee. Ah, man. This one, I mean, if I could keep some others, I would give this one the cut. It's really nice though. It's very rich, very sweet. If you think that, you know, if caramel scents typically tend to be too rich, too sweet for you, this is going to be that for you. So Scentsy describes salted caramel toffee as the sweet scent of salted caramel, takes melted toffee and butterscotch to new levels of indulgence. I do smell the butterscotch, but I also do smell that very rich caramel. You do smell, it is a salted caramel. You do smell like the salt aspect of that. But it is very rich and very sweet for sure. So salted caramel toffee, we are giving you the boot. Okay, another hard one to say goodbye to. This one was my favorite, I think, of the new releases. Oh, Scarlet Sunflower. I really, really enjoyed this one because it's so different. This is a fall floral. There's not a lot of florals that you can smell and think, this is fall, like this is a fall floral. This is, like, for the most part, florals are, you're like, oh, this is the perfect spring floral, or this is the perfect summery floral, or tropical floral, or this or that. This is a fall floral, 100%. They did such a good job with this. I think there's an apple note in here, and it's just, but it's more of a floral aspect, but not powdery in any kind of way, and totally gives me fall vibes for sure. So let me tell you what Scentsy says about this. So Scarlet Sunflower was new, and we're already giving her the boot. Juicy apple and a hint of red cranberry are brightened by a scarlet sunflower turning to face the sun. They did such a good job with this one. Oh, it's beautiful. Scarlet Sunflower. I'm probably gonna have to add that one. Probably. Okay, next one is Silver Bells. This is another one that typically does come back every single fall and winter season, but we'll see. Silver Bells, and this one's kind of hard to describe. It's so different. So this one and the next one are so different, and so it's very easy to give yourself the excuse to add these to your club or set up a club just specifically for these scents because they are so different. There is peppermint in this, but it's done well because there's other like sweetness. There's other sweet elements to this. I'm not even gonna try to tell you what this smells like because it's different and I love it. Silver Bells is described as mint candy canes dance over warm and welcoming winter pear, all enveloped in a velvety blanket of caramel and vanilla sugar. And I do agree with that. I do. And the thing is that like the peppermint doesn't bother me, and I think maybe because it's candy cane, so there's like, it's sweet, but you also have the pear that's in there, vanilla sugar, caramel, so you've got all these other sweet elements that are kind of balancing the peppermint or like minty aspect of this, but it's done really well. So, and very different than anything I've ever smelled. So love Silver Bells. Another one, definitely will be going into my club. It goes into my club every spring and summer season. One of my favorites, Snowberry. And this is another one. Smells not like anything I've ever smelled before. It's so good. This is a winter fruity scent. I think it's strawberries and loganberry, whatever loganberry is, but I'm a fan. I'm a fan because it smells beautiful. Snowberry is a luscious blend of loganberry, strawberry, peppermint, and zesty cinnamon. Peppermint is probably just adding a cooling element, but this doesn't smell like toothpaste. It doesn't smell, whereas Silver Bells, I can actually pick up that like peppermint. I can pick up the peppermint and the Silver Bells, but it's not even detectable for me in Snowberry. It's just giving you like the cooling feeling. And then cinnamon. There's no cinnamon in this. There's no cinnamon in this. Not that I smell, not that my sniffer picks up. So it's so good. So Snowberry, gosh, my club pile is like looking pretty healthy over here. Okay, next one is Spicedember Glow, and this one was also new this season, and let me tell you, if you want a spice forward fragrance, this is it. This is smoky spicy. It's smoky spicy. This like actually kind of burns my nose holes. Spicedember Glow is described as smoked apple and toasted vanilla over cinnamon embers offer a warm and inviting escape.
This, I mean, I would agree. She's strong. She is strong too. Actually, what I did with this, because I did get a couple of bars of this, what I wound up doing, it was too much for me on on its own. It was too much. So what I wound up doing was actually mixing cinnamon buttercream with it, and it was perfect. It was really nice. So if you have this and you're looking for something to do with it, cinnamon buttercream, do a mixture, or vanilla bean buttercream, or sugar cookie, or anything that's going to be rich and sweet to kind of mellow out that like smoky spiciness. But if you love smoky spiciness, ding ding ding, here you go. Pick it up before it's gone. We don't know if it's coming back. Next, speaking of, this is the scent that shook me with this discontinued list that we have here. I'm like, what? Like, stop in my tracks. What are you actually telling me? Sugar cookie is being discontinued. The reason why this has me concerned, along with apple butter frosting, along with apple cherry strudel, along with perfectly pomegranate, these scents stick around all season long. Why are you taking it away from me is my question. It's sugar cookie. There is no season for sugar cookie. It's so sugar cookie. You can really, what is happening? What is happening? It's sugar. It smells like a sugar cookie. It's fantastic though. What? Why are we getting rid of sugar cookie is my question. Now, what I will say is that you can still add the sugar cookie brick to your Scentsy Club. So you can add the bars, but if you're like, oh, I want more of the bars than just a bar, through Scentsy Club, our subscription service, you can still add sugar cookie as a brick to get through your Scentsy Club. Scentsy Club is our subscription service, so you can get it through there, but the bars themselves are not going to be available in the spring and summer catalog season. So don't come sending me a message in February and say, Lisa, where's sugar cookie? Be like, I told you. Sugar cookie, what's happening? Sugar cookie, a warm, sweet blend of butter, sugar, and creamy vanilla. It smells like a sugar cookie. It's so good on its own. It's a great mixture. You guys have heard this. I'm a broken record. Next, Tinselberry. This also makes sense. Like, I don't know what to say. This one was a new one. I feel like there's pomegranate in this. It's sweet. It's sweet and I love it. This one is, nope, I was wrong. Tinselberry is strawberry and cranberry dipped in cinnamon and sweet sugar for a little extra sparkle. I do get the strawberry, I do get the cranberry. Now that I'm smelling it, I'm like, but I was smelling more like, I was getting like perfectly pomegranate vibes. But a little better in my opinion. I do get just a hint of the cinnamon just on the back end, just a hint, but it really is letting that strawberry and cranberry really shine through. So Tinselberry, we're saying goodbye. All right, we just have a few more. Next one is vanilla mint. Now, of the minty scents that I can tolerate and the minty scents that I like, this is one of them. This is just a really nice, I think it's actually evergreen is it evergreen or spearmint? Evergreen or spearmint. It's different than peppermint. I feel like it's sweeter on its own, but then the vanilla in this just adds another sweetness, which I am a big fan of. So let's go ahead and see. I think this is in the fresh. Yes. Vanilla mint, wintergreen. There you go. Wintergreen frost sparkles over vanilla and frozen citrus. It's nice. It's done really well. And honestly, I don't know. I think I already added Olaf into my club. I feel like if you like Olaf, you'll like vanilla mint and vice versa. So probably to save a couple bucks, I'll probably just go ahead and add vanilla mint. I don't know. I need to do a side-by-side sniff. I'll only do like one sweet minty scent in my club and we'll see which one makes which one makes the cut, but that one's a really nice one. So a few more here. Very Merry Cranberry. And this one is one that does typically stick around. I think this one's been around even before my time. And it's just a nice, it's a berry mixture, but I feel like the cranberry really is more in the forefront. So let me tell you what Scentsy says about this. So Very Merry Cranberry is lush red winter berries pop against a backdrop of snow-covered cedar, creating a lovely winter landscape. So really nice winter berry fragrance. Next one is Very Snowy Spruce. This one also makes sense on why we were saying goodbye to it, because it smells like a Christmas tree. This is the Christmas tree scent I prefer. It's a sweet Christmas tree scent. I really do love this one. I actually did have Feelin' Pine in my club before. I did actually remove that one. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put Very Snowy Spruce in my quarterly, just in case this doesn't come back, because this is definitely my favorite. It's my favorite. I love it. So nice. Okay, last but not least, geez Louise, if you are still hanging out with me, thank you. This is the longest video ever. Last but not least, you guys already knew this was coming. Winterberry apple tea. So sad. So sad. And as it turns out, I found out this year that not everyone loves winterberry apple tea. I had made a comment in a couple of videos that I was like, I don't know, I've never met any person who doesn't like winterberry apple tea. And then you guys came out of the woodworks and you're like, I don't like it. I don't see what the big deal is. I love it though. I love winterberry apple tea and all the things. It's cranberries, it's apples, it's honey, it's comforting, it's cozy, and I love it. It's sweet. I honestly can see enjoying this all year, to be honest. I don't feel like it's typically like an actual winter scent, but I guess we have to make room for spring and summer, right? So winterberry apple tea is described as winter tea, cozies up to cranberry, apple, and honey. Yep. It's going in my club, without a doubt. That's not even to be questioned. So there you have it. Those are the 55 fragrances that we are getting ready to say goodbye to. At this point, it is while supplies last. So Scentsy is typically not going to restock a ton of things at this point if it's something that is going to be discontinued February 1st anyway. So if you are wanting to pick up some things, then now is the time. I will say these scents are going to be available to add to your Scentsy Club through this month. So even if some things wind up out of stock, you will have through the month of January 2022 to add these to your club if you are wanting to do that. So, oh my goodness. This is gonna be a tough decision to make. Are any of my bakery loving friends just like cringing? Are you just like, what is actually happening? I think we need a support group. I think we do. So if you need a shoulder or an ear, you know where to find your girl. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for this insanely long video. I really appreciate the love and support. It means so much to me. If you like this type of content, even if it's a little bit longer than what you would prefer, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you're new, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, be sure to hit the notification bell. That way you stay up to date with all things Scentsy. All right, you guys, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.